Hello students, we are going to discussing about the abbreviated new drug application, that is nothing but ANDA, otherwise we will also call as a AND application. Normally this abbreviated new drug application means here we are going to submitting the data to the FDA CDER. Here FDA means already you know it is a Food and Drug Administration. CDER means Center for Drug Evaluation and Research. Okay, we are going to submitting the data to FDA CDER. This is the Office of Generic Drug to get approval of a generic drug product. For getting generic drug approval, for marketing a generic drug, otherwise for a manufacturing or the marketing of a generic drug, we are going to getting permission from the FDA CDER by submitting one application. That application only called abbreviated new drug application. Okay, once approved means after FDA given the approval, the applicant means the person who is going to submitting this ANDA to the FDA. The person who is submitting this abbreviated new drug application to FDA, that person is calling here it as a applicant. Okay, once approved, the applicant may manufacture and market this generic drug product to provide safe, effectiveness and low cost alternative to public. After getting the approval, this applicant will manufacture the drug and he will market. This generic drug will be always, it will be safe, it is will be effective and it is a low cost alternative to public. Okay, the generic drug applications are termed abbreviated. Why we are calling it as abbreviated means because they are generally not required to include any preclinical and clinical data to establish safety and effectiveness. Normally, for every drug before going to the manufacturing and marketing, we should need preclinical and clinical data about the drug. Okay, but for the generic drugs we should not need any preclinical and clinical data. That's why it is calling it as a abbreviated. Okay, a generic drug product is one that is we are going to comparing with an innovator drug. Here innovator drug means already approved brand drug, otherwise it is a first drug that is created or manufactured that containing its specific active ingredient to receive approval for use. The first drug which is going to manufacturing, the drug is calling innovator drug, otherwise it is calling as any brand drug. After brand drug only we will get this generic drug approval. Here we are going to comparing this with the innovator drug with our generic drug in case of dosage form, strength, route of administration, quality, performance characteristics and intended use. We are going to comparing this generic drug with this innovator drug in case of all these things. Okay, next we will see these are approved products. Both innovator and generic drugs are listed in FDA's approved drug products. Means after approving both these generic drugs and both this innovator and generic drugs, both drug names will be going to listed in our FDA drug approval list with its therapeutic equivalence evaluation. That means with its dosage form and strength we are going to including in our FDA list. Okay, the generic version, that means the generic version must deliver the same amount of active ingredients into the patient bloodstream in the same amount as the innovator drug. How much of the drug that is releasing from the how much of the drug that is delivering from the brand drug, the same amount of the drug will be delivered through our generic drug also. That means the absorption and distribution, that ADME properties are same like brand drug. The generic drug ADME properties are the same like our already approved brand drug. Not only that, using bioequivalence as a basis for approving the generic copies. Okay, by how we are approving this generic drug means we are checking the bioequivalence of the generic drug and we are going to comparing our bioequivalence of the generic drug with our already approved brand drug. Then only we are going to approving this generic drug for the manufacturing and marketing. Who is going to approving this bioequivalence study means that is called Drug Price Competition and Patent Term Restoration Act of 1984. According to this act only we are going to approving this generic drug copies by seeing this bioequivalence. Normally this act also known as a Waxman-Hatch Act. Waxman-Hatch Act means according to according to this act, we are going to approving the generic drugs by seeing it bioequivalence. Okay, generic drug application reviewers are mainly focused on, that means this FDA CDR is mainly focused on bioequivalence data, chemistry and microbiology data, request for plant inspection and drug labeling information. Here request for plant inspection means if the active ingredients we are getting from any plant, from the plant we are getting the active ingredients for manufacturing a drug, then they are going to inspect that plant also. Okay, next we will see the requirements needed for this abbreviated new drug application. That means the application should contain this following information. First, it should contain the signed FDA form 356H. The form number is like 356H. It contains, this form provides the information regarding the applicant's name and the address, name of the drug product strength and route of administration, indications or uses. Not only that, a statement that regarding whether this generic drug it is a prescription drug or whether it is a OTC drug. This information will be going to included in our first form, abbreviated new drug application. That application contains first this form. This form contains this full information about from the applicant to from the drug users. It should contain all this information. Next, it should contain an index. That application should contain an index. It should specify volume and page number for each complete and detailed item. That means that it contains all subtitles containing the ANDA and their page number. What and all things will be there in the ANDA, their headings and their page number should be contained in our index page. Next, it should contain the information on the basis for which ANDA is being submitted. Actually, why we are submitting this ANDA? Because on which basis we are going to submitting this abbreviated new drug application, that information also will be there in our application, like name of the reference drug, its dosage form and strength. Next, information on the exclusively for the listed drugs. Here we are going to giving information about the all generic drug, their dosage form and their strength. Not only that, already approved brand drugs, what and all if we are taking permission for metformin, generic drug metformin, but that metformin have different type of brand names. What are the different types of brands are there for the metformin? What are their dosage form? What are their information, what are their dosage form and what are the strength of the drug should be included in our information on the basis for which ANDA is being submitted. That means simply it should contain all the information regarding the generic drug, all the information regarding the already approved brand drugs. Next, we have the fourth one is conditions for the use. That means it should contain the indication, what are the indications of that particular brand drug. Next, we have the statement that the active ingredient is same as that the reference drug. Here we are going to comparing our generic drug, active ingredient is same as already approved drug. That here we want to say like that metformin is our brand drug, it contains the active ingredient metformin. That brand drug also will have the same active ingredient metformin, that we should give some evidence to them. The same active ingredient should be containing in our already approved brand drug, and the same active ingredient is there the present generic drug also. Okay, for the combination product, this must be shown for both active ingredients. That means there will be a combination of the drugs like paracetamol and aceclofenac. Then we are going for getting approval for paracetamol and aceclofenac generic drug. In the brand drug, we want to say the analgesic P is the generic drug for the brand drug for the paracetamol and aceclofenac. Analgesic P contains both paracetamol and aceclofenac. We should give one proof for that. In that, what and all we are getting approval for the generic drug paracetamol and aceclofenac. Our generic drug contains the same active ingredient. Our brand drug contains also same active ingredient. That for that proof we want to give to them. Okay, next we should contain the route of administration, dosage form and strength of the drug. Here also we are going to comparing about the brand drug and generic drug. What are the route of administration, dosage form, strength of the brand drug, already approved brand drug. What are the route of administration, dosage form, strength of the, now we are taking permission, no, that generic drug, both have the same or not, we want to prove them. Next, labeling. Here in the labeling they should including a copy of currently approved labeling for the listed drug as well as proposed labeling. That means already approved brand drug contains which type of labeling. The proposed means what and all we are getting permission from for generic drug. How we are preparing labeling for the generic drug, already approved brand, how the labeling is there. That also we are going to comparing the a side by side comparison of two sets of labeling also necessary. That means brand drug labeling is how is the brand drug labeling, how is the generic drug labeling, they are going to comparing. Next one, eighth one is they are going to checking this chemistry, manufacturing and control. Here mainly they are going to describing about the composition, manufacturing specification and analytical procedure that is going to using in the manufacturing of a drug product. Next they are going to giving the information in human pharmacokinetic and bioavailability. It should includes the dosing procedures, design and assay methods used for evaluation of the drug product. Here already approved brand drug will have there for this generic drug in which critical. Okay, here we are going to comparing the both pharmacokinetics and bioavailability of the generic drug and the already approved brand drug, otherwise already approved the innovator drug. Here innovator drug, reference drug, brand drug, three are same. Here mainly we are going to comparing the generic drug with our brand drug in case of dosage form, strength, in case of manufacturing, in case of labeling, in case of route of administration, in case of indications. We are going to comparing everything with the already approved brand drug. Okay, next we have this samples. Samples means here we want to send our samples. Already we manufacturing the generic drug. The generic drug samples we want to send to the FDA CDR for checking the quality and for checking the their performance, and they will see the all the specifications in our samples. What and all samples we will send the 4 individual units of the sufficient quantities we will send. That means if the for example 4 grams we want to send them, 1 gram, 1 gram, 1 gram, 1 gram, like that 4 different 1 grams we want to send 4 sufficient quantities in equal quantities we want to send to them. From this 4 grams, for each gram they will take and they will do all the specification, like that in 4 times they will check the drug for this quality, for their quality and other. Okay, they will check the quality and for the other specification. 11th one is analytical methods for drug substance and drug product. This session contains the specifications, analytical methods, certificates of analysis and method of analysis, method of validation and stability, indicating data as contained in the chemistry. That means here they are going to checking about the what are the analytical procedures they are using for the manufacturing the drug, and what are the methods they are going to using for validation and stability of the drug. They are going to including in our analytical methods of drug substance. And the last one is labeling and final labeling, both are same. Here 12 specimens of the final printed labeling and all labeling for the drug product are to be included. Here we want to give the 12 copies of generic drug labeling should be submitted to this FDA. That label should contain the all the information regarding the particular generic drug. We want to send 12 copies of the labeling. That label, all label should contain the all information regarding the Okay, here the last one, case report forms and tabulation. Here case report form means the need for this should be discussed with the appropriate persons of the divisions of the bioequivalence period to submission of the ANDA. Here already here we are getting the permission for a generic drug. For each generic drug there should be already approved brand drugs. This approved brand drugs will be used in case of any critical cases. We are using this approved brand drugs. The case reports we should submit to this FDA CDER, because the brand drug have the good use, good indication. It will shows nice therapeutic effect in case of in critical patients, in critical cases or in critical cases. It should in critical patients or in critical cases, our already approved brand drug is showing nice action, nice therapeutic action. For that information we should submit some case report forms. Any other drug doses, tabulations we want to submit to this FDA CDR. Before submitting this, we want to discuss with the persons who is working in a divisions of bioequivalence, then only we will submit this ANDA to the FDA CDR. These are the requirements, are the things that is going to included in our abbreviated new drug application. Okay, next we will see the ANDA process, that means abbreviated new drug process. Here this is very important process. First we will see from the starting. Here first one is applicant. Already you know what is mean by the applicant. Applicant means the persons who is going to submitting this abbreviated new drug application to obtain or to get FDA approval to market a generic drug product. Okay, he is going to giving this ANDA, then FDA will acceptable or complete. See the second one, acceptable and complete. Here ANDA should contain a sufficient information for the approval. If it contains all necessary information, a acknowledgement letter is given to the applicant. That means they submitted this generic drug approval application, like that they will give one acknowledgement letter to this applicant. Applicant means the person who is giving or submitting ANDA to the FDA. Okay, next we see this third one, refuse to file letter issued. When they will refuse this ANDA application means if the application is missing one or more essential components, a refuse to file letter is sent to the applicant. No further review of application occurs until the applicant provides the requested data. Then the what the missing information is there, then applicant should submit the another application, then that application should contains the all the missing data, then only this FDA will review, will accept and complete this abbreviated new drug application. Okay, if the application contains the all the data, then they will go for the, see this fourth one, bioequivalence review. See this fifth one, chemistry or microbiological review, request for plant inspection, and they will go see the labeling review. Here bioequivalence review means here the FDA CDER will review the generic drug bioequivalence, and they will going to compare the generic drug with already approved brand drugs in case of bioequivalence. In case of chemistry or microbiological review, here the FDA CDER will review this manufacturing procedures, raw material specification and controls, sterilization processes and stability data of the generic drug. They are going to comparing all about the microbiological data and chemistry data. They are going to comparing in our chemistry or microbiological review. See here labeling review. Here labeling review means generic drug label is identical to the reference drug or the brand drugs. Always the generic drug labeling is like, say it should be same like brand drug. In case of package, insert, container, package label and patient information in case inside the patient leaflet will be there, no? In all cases that should be equal to this brand drug or already approved brand drug or the reference drug, except where are the changes will come between the generic drug and brand drug means in case of manufacturer, distributor, other characteristics like tablet size, shape and color, there only the difference will be come between the generic drug and brand drug. Other than that, in case of package, in case of insert, container, package labeling and patient information will be, it should be same like our brand drug. Okay, next one is, see this seventh one, bioequivalence review acceptance. Here if there is no issues in the bioequivalence portions, the FDA CDR will accept the generic drug, but deficiencies in the bioequivalence portion, the application FDA will provide bioequivalence deficiency letter. It should be issued by the divisions of bioequivalence to the applicant. The person who is going to working in the divisions of bioequivalence, this person will you give the letter like bioequivalence deficiency letter in case of any deficiencies is there in the bioequivalence portion. Okay, the deficiency letter should contains the details of this bioequivalence deficiency letter, contains the information or details like what are the deficiencies are there, what are the information that is needed to resolve these deficiencies, what are the information is needed to resolve or to solve these deficiencies, that should be included in the bioequivalence deficiency letter. See this 8th one, chemistry or microbiology or labeling review acceptance. See the deficiencies in chemistry, manufacturing and microbiology and labeling portions of the application, these deficiencies are communicated with the applicant. If there is any deficiencies, if there is any problems in these cases, then the deficiencies will be communicated or they will say to applicant. Once the above sections are found to be acceptable, that means there is no deficiencies in the chemistry portion, microbiology portion, in the labeling portion, then they will accept this application and it will move towards the application. See here, pre-approval inspection acceptance. See this 9th one, pre-approval inspection acceptance. Here that is means in this they will check whether the drug is manufactured based on current good manufacturing practices. If the drug is followed, the applicant or the manufacturers followed this good manufacturing practices while manufacturing the drug. Okay, if any unsatisfactory recommendation is received, if there is any problem in case of manufacturing section, a not approval letter may be issued. Here this last one, approval going to be in the pending. Okay, if the ANDA is it last, the 10th one is ANDA is approved. When this ANDA is approving means after all components of the application are found to be acceptable. This means all components means bioequivalence, chemistry portion, microbiology portion, labeling portion and the manufacturing portion. If all the components are to be found to be good, okay, then they will acceptable, the approval letter is issued to the applicant. Okay, after approval, the applicant will be manufacture and market this generic drugs. This is all about the ANDA process. Applicant means the person who is submitting this ANDA to the FDA, the person is calling the applicant. Okay, this person is giving this application to the FDA CDR, then they are going to reviewing in case of bioequivalence, chemistry portion, microbiology, labeling and manufacturing. If the active ingredients we are getting from any plant, they are going to inspecting that plant also, then only they will approve our abbreviated new drug application. Okay,